ASRock has released the X870E Taichi OCF version motherboard. So if you are serious about hardware, voltage monitoring, and pushing specs to their limits, this board might actually be for you. Starting off with the power delivery of this motherboard, you're looking at a 22+2+1 phase layout, and this is coming through at 110 amps. This is more than just overheads. This is pushing through clean and stable power, being delivered under real workloads and extreme tuning. This board also allows you to directly probe it using the V-probe feature on the actual motherboard. This board has got an overclocking toolkit built in, which allows you to change through your various BIOS settings on the fly. It also has a power on and reset button, so you don't have to deal with pesky cables when trying to overclock your system. Which obviously, if you are benching, testing, or even trying to experiment with some settings, you can easily jump through these, save them as you require, pull your tweaks, save them to the next profile, and move on. In terms of memory configuration, this board is only boasting 2 slots of memory, which means fewer traces and a lot more overclocking where you want it. In terms of expansion and layout, we have got 2 X16 slots running at PCIe 5.0. In terms of M.2 expansion, with a total of 6 M.2 slots on the motherboard. 2 of these slots support PCIe 5.0 and another 3 of them support PCIe 4.0 and the last slot supporting PCIe 3.0. Another nice feature about this board is you have got 2 USB 3.2 front panel connectors, which also support 36 watts to charge up devices as you need. For the rear I/O shield, we have got a BIOS A and BIOS B switch, followed by the CMOS clear button along with the BIOS flash button, after which we have got Wi-Fi 7 connectors to obviously give your antenna the connection to give you Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Followed by the HDMI out port, we have got the PS2 port, obviously for your older peripherals. Above that, we have got 2 USB 2.0 ports, followed by 2 USB 4s running at 40 gigs each. We have got 7 USB 3.2 ports running at 10 gigs each, 1 USB-C running at 10 gigs, and we have got a 5 gig LAN port. Following, we have an optical output audio, 1 3.5mm mic jack, and 1 3.5mm audio output jack. This board isn't going to be for everybody. This board has been obviously designed more for the community who is into overclocking and trying to get to higher clock speeds, whether it's on the RAM or CPU. With that being said, not everybody would need a board like this, but if you had the bucks floating around and you want to spoil yourself so that you can play a bit and see what clocks you can get, this might be a board to look at.